I did everything
I thought
right.
she was everything.
My mind is blown. What I'm trying to do right now.
Why?
I just
Why would she
want her
leave
to
me?
love me.
We were soulmates.
She's out there as if
everything.
I don't exist anymore.
I can't even go on.
What is this?
Wanted you to be everything to me, but instead all you did was tear my heart out. And it was supposed to be, babe, just you and me. Together we could have taken on this world. Instead I'm so lonely, just left with the memories playing over, trying to figure what went wrong. Like, really, could it be that this was all on me, and I'm the reason that it burned down to the ground?
Yeah, until I found out you've been the one that's been messing around behind my back to see him. Hope he was worth losing everything, cause that was so messed up to just go and give up when we had so much more to give, and what a life we could have lived.
I just wanted to be.
Seeing all these nurses and not live up to my creatinine level I need. What is the key? To just get down to a 1.3, but I cannot. I'm surrounded by these four walls, infections making me fall. This is what has come of my life as I continue to go under the knife. It feels like this might be my last night.
Here we go again, back in rejection. Is this just karma or is this my luck? I don't know if what I have left's enough. Oh, please don't give up. Just know that life gets better. Please don't give up. Fight through the stormy weather. Please don't give up. Just know that life gets better. Please don't give up. Fight through the stormy weather.
Fight through the stormy weather.
Hey guys, welcome to Hope with Jonathan, and I'm your host, Jonathan Traylor. Hey guys, man, tonight we got a fabulous show for you guys. We got a couple of kidney transplant recipients all the way from the city of brotherly love. That's right, Philadelphia, guys. All the way from Philadelphia, the Kidney Boyz. And guys, they're going to come on and share their incredible story with battling kidney disease, transplant, and more, guys. As you can see from that intro, man, I really, really love that intro. Some of those songs were really cool, really catchy. I really, really like the Please Don't Give Up. That one's amazing. I was back here kind of nodding my head, doing a little vibe to it. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys will enjoy this interview. Hope you guys will get involved and engage and share this with all your friends. Guys, we want to get these positive stories out there as far as we can. Again, guys, appreciate all the support. Appreciate all the subscribes. We're going to go ahead and roll into this interview and introduce to you guys the Kidney Boyz. Hey guys, welcome to the show.
Hey, how's it going?
How are you?
All right. Doing well, man. I really appreciate you guys coming on tonight and share your story with us. and I'm honored by it. And why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourself? We'll start with you, Jeff.
I am Jeff. I have had 2 kidney transplants, totaling 28 years. So yeah, that's me.
And I'm
Ryan.
Ryan. I've had my transplant for over 20 years now, with just the one so far.
Awesome. So, as you guys can see from the intro, I played a couple of the Kidney Boyz songs, and so why don't you guys go ahead and tell everyone about your kidney journeys? If you want to start, Ryan, we'll start with you since I started with Jeff first.
All right. Excuse me. So, I was diagnosed with kidney failure when I was 3 years old, and I was just told I was very sick as a kid and just always getting sick. And then when I guess when I was 13 years old, so 10 years later, after just fighting it as much as I could to not have to get a transplant and stuff like that, it finally came a time that my creatinine shot up to like a 13 or 14, whatever it was at that time, and I had to pick a date. Thankfully, I didn't have to go on dialysis or anything like that. I was able to get my dad's kidney, and I was able to, because both my kidneys were still working at the time. But right basically as I had my transplant, a week later, my one kidney had failed. So I basically just made it in the nick of time to the transplant. So I chose the best date that I could have with March 7th, 2001. And again, 20 plus years later, I'm here. I have 4 daughters. My 4th daughter was born on my kidney transplant birthday of March 7th.
Oh,
So,
wow.
20 years to the day she was born on it, and it's 18 years to the day because she's 2 years old now. Sorry, I got 4, man. It's a lot.
A lot of numbers.
I have my 4 beautiful children, and couldn't be any happier.
Oh man, that's awesome, man. That's an awesome story, and congratulations, man.
Thank you.
That's beautiful. Lots of weddings there, Ryan. Lots of weddings.
Yeah, that's true.
I've got one daughter myself. She's 17, so
There you go.
Yep. They're definitely fun. I got a son 19 and a daughter 17, so they're
You just gotta
definitely
worry about one wedding, then you're good. I got 4.
Yeah.
I got 8, 6, soon to be 4 and 2. So I got it every 2 years. I got college and weddings to worry about.
Yes, sir.
I keep telling them they better start saving from now for the weddings, though. I don't know. Can't go doing both now.
Pick and choose.
The beautiful thing is, though, is that you were able to receive a kidney and you're still here, and able to see this happen, 4 children, and, you're going to stick around and be around for them. And that's an amazing thing. So,
Yep. Be as long as I can for my girls.
All through the power of organ donation. So
That's right. Yep. My
It's
dad was able
amazing.
to give me his kidney, and I'm still kicking with it 20 years, and I'm trying to go 20 more years, if not longer.
amen to that, brother. So Jeff, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about your kidney journey?
All right. So I went on dialysis at 6, or I believe at 5, with kidney failure. They were pretty much gone from births, but they tried to do their best to hang in. I had other corresponding issues that were they wanted to take care of first, and then once time came that it needed to be transplanted, it was transplant would come. I went on dialysis for 3 months. As a kid, that was not the most fun. And then my mom was a match. So in March, or not March, I'm saying March, I hear you. July 12th, 1993, I received my kidney from my mom. That lasted almost 25 years. We were very mad about that. We wanted it to be 25, and it lasted like 24 and a half. But 24 and a half is really, you cannot complain about
No.
a kidney lasting that long,
No.
so it
Right.
wasn't sad. You got to be thankful that you had it for as long as you did.
Exactly.
Then I went back on dialysis for about 10 months, looking for another kidney. And as it turned out, it was kind of weird. They say that a lot of times, if you get your kidney from a certain side of your family, that receiving a second kidney from that same side of the family is a very rare chance, because your body's already kind of learned how to reject certain DNA. But my cousin on the same side was a perfect match, and here we are 4 years later, and I'm still going with this new one, and thankful every day that I have it. So
Exactly. No, man. So you guys kind of have a common theme, like uh, one got one from the dad, and then you got one from your mom, and then
yeah.
you ended up getting one from another family member. So
Mhm.
all your donors have been within the family.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's and that's like, we know that's something that's very rare to begin with. It's a hard question to ask, like especially the second transplant, with it being as an adult, like you're in your 20s, and it's a weird post to put on Facebook, but it's like that's kind of what you like, you just tell them your story, and you hope that even one person will go and get tested. I was blown away by the amount of people who went and got tested. Or attempted to, because there's a lot of hoops and to get through to even get to the testing phase. So
Right.
but yeah, it's nothing short of a miracle. It's really nothing short of a miracle.
No, it really is. Did you guys ask, or did the family members just automatically step up, or I'm just wondering.
I know for me it was, I put it on Facebook, and obviously I'm very close with my family in general. Like my cousin who wound up giving me my kidney, we've been like brother sister our whole lives anyway. Like that's always been one of my closest friends in general. We hang out anyway. So like it wasn't like she was like taken back by seeing that I needed a transplant. She was aware of what was going on. She was aware of my creatinine going the wrong way. She was aware that, I was on, she knew about dialysis. At that time I worked with her too. So she understood, like, this is how it's going. This is the whole decline of it. And when I put up on Facebook that I hope people can even like consider it, or if they know someone who can consider it, she was up there, and my brothers, and a lot of people, they just stepped right up to the plate when they had that chance, which I'm very thankful for.
Wow, that's awesome. What about you, Ryan?
Yeah, so my family had gotten tested without me ever asking anything, or I was 13 at the time, so it was just they want to do it just for me, and it was my dad, my mom, and my older sister who had gotten tested at the time, because my other brothers and sisters were too young at the time. They were just under my little sister is too young because she's younger than me. My brother was just too young to make that cut to give me the kidney. So they went and got tested, and they were a match. And then my dad decided to be the one to give me the kidney, since I was going to need my mom to be taking care of me more or less than my dad at that point. Afterwards, it was more or less I needed my mom to probably take care of me more. Where my dad, he would have been back to work and all that kind of stuff. And if I needed any help, so like that would have been a little bit difficult.
Sure. That's awesome. You would think within family members that it would just be a no-brainer, for some people, but unfortunately, it's not the same with a lot of different cases. I've talked to a lot of different kidney warriors, and a lot of them are actually even afraid to ask. In today's day and society, people are afraid to even ask a family member for $1, much less a kidney.
Of course,
And
of
so,
course.
yeah, so the dynamic of that is it's just a crazy situation with asking. Sometimes people just don't want to ask, and it's tough. It's a tough question.
It is. I said that like right when I went on dialysis, because like obviously my first kidney was from my mom. I was a kid. She knew what she had to do. She's you do it. Her and dad both got tested. As parents, they were like, look, we're gonna step up, because you want to enjoy the rest of your life with your child. But as an adult, yeah, I was thinking like it was very hard to even put that post like up on the internet, like because if you don't, like, what do you do? Because it's like because you know how long that list is. That you know you can it's years and years,
Sure.
and I think a lot of it. I think people are more hesitant with how their health is going to be post transplant. Like they understand it makes you better, but like if they remove their kidney, how does it make them? Will it cause any bad side effects for them on the way out? You know.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
that's what's like. I got lucky in my family where my cousin is close to my mom, so they've seen each other my whole life, and they've seen that she has not had any physical limitations from doing it. So, and she's still like, well, I'll still get calls and texts if like something she feels weird about something. She'll say, "Hey, is this normal?" Or because she thinks like so like there's certain things that like I might have to watch out for, and she thinks she has to watch out for. I'm like, no, it's not the same. It's at the end of the day, I think a lot of it is knowledge. It's not enough people know about everything about it. They don't have the awareness, and then that's why people don't because they're just afraid. And I don't blame them.
Right. No, education is key, man. It's key, and within kidney disease and kidney failure, transplant, dialysis, all of it. It boils down to education, and there was so much stuff that I didn't know prior to going into kidney failure that I know now that I wish I would have known. Wish I would have known about it, but unfortunately I didn't. But that's one of the reasons why we do these type of shows and podcasts. We're trying to spread awareness and talk to people about it because there's just not enough out there. Just not enough.
Exactly. I said at the end of the day, once you donate, I mean, you just as a person who obviously I haven't donated, but just like between my dad and Jeff's mom and his cousin, I mean, the feeling that they get afterwards of just donating to give someone a second chance at life is just something that it's a no-brainer after you do it. And obviously they were educated because of what we had to go through and all that kind of stuff. But as us, we're educated enough to know that we had to educate ourselves when it does come time to ask that question. Like, listen, you'll be fine. Like, my insurance will take care of everything for you. You'll be covered. All that kind of stuff is stuff that other people they don't know that part as well. That's the other thing is insurance and who's covering it, and how am I going to pay for that, and the bills, and that's what the other insurance is taking care of for the medical part of it. You don't have to worry about the medical bills at all and stuff like that. And there's tons of information out there that people don't know that are afraid, like I said, afraid to do it or don't know anything about it. When sorry, at the end of the day, it's about saving a life, and the person who's donating that kidney will be okay. It's they'll be able to save their life, and at the end of the day, they should. Then when they get checked, they're getting tested for all that to make sure. Hey, listen, you're a candidate because of these reasons, and you'll be okay afterwards.
Right. Yeah, and I mean, you can live life with one kidney. I mean, all three of us are doing it right now.
Exactly.
So
there's
just so many different myths, and misguided information out there.
Of course.
But hey, guys, we want to say hello to all of our people that are watching. Steve, the kidney nurse from Urban Health Outreach Network.
What's going on, Steve?
Appreciate you, Steve, for watching. KWM Kidney Warrior merch. Kyle Hawkins up in Toronto, Canada. Appreciate you watching, brother.
There you go, Kyle.
And appreciate everybody for watching and sharing this interview. I really appreciate it. Appreciate all the support. But so, hey, guys, you guys have chosen a platform of music to, spread your message of hope and spread your story and advocacy and all that stuff. So why don't you guys talk a little bit about why you guys chose music?
Sure. I feel like, I guess back in the day, when we started doing all this, there wasn't podcasting. There wasn't there are so many things that we can do now, but when we were younger, it's we did the transplant games as we still do them, the transplant games every other year. And I know for a fact I am not the most athletic human in the world. So that might not be my best version of awareness. Be like, I can do everything you can, but I can't because I'm lazy. But I think where we chose music at the end of the day was we knew each other from such a young age. We literally met each other because of both having a transplant. It was it's something we have in common that honestly you don't have in common with about 99% of your friends. Most times 100, you know. It's something that's not something everybody knows about. And when you have somebody who, if I can just text him and say, hey man, when you took this, did you feel a certain way? Whether it's just about medication or whatever. So we already had this thing in common, and we liked the same music. It was always old school hip hop. It was always like those, just that was good music back then. We loved it. We would listen to it over and over and over. And you know, as teenagers, like that's what we decided. Like Friday nights, maybe we'll just write music. Let's just write music. We found like a microphone. We got it in his bathroom. We like put it against the wall.
It was the Rock Band microphone back in the day.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
That from that video game Rock Band. We
Yeah.
plugged it into a computer. We had it hanging in there because the acoustics of a bathroom. We just wrote everything we could think of. And one day we were just like, well, why don't we just? It's like we're just writing like normal, regular songs, but like, why don't we do something for the transplants? Like a transplant song, something that like, you know, that we would. It's something we could write about easily.
Sure.
And we wrote a song that it's not very good. What was it? Donate Life was it the first
Life
one?
Was the original track.
Yeah, it was not very good, but it was a good starting point. We actually, I think it was at one of the transplant games, they let us perform it at the living donor ceremony.
Yep, it was 2006 Wisconsin. They let us perform that song.
And we had never performed a day in our lives. Between the two of us, no one has ever said, here's a stage, here's some microphones. Good luck, boys.
Yeah.
So
I bet you guys were really nervous.
Yeah, we were lost in the sauce. We were like, we were just like sweating the entire day. We were. It was like the Eminem line. Our palms were indeed sweaty. Like,
yes.
Yeah. So we got up there and we did it, and I think it was like the bug. I think that was the bug right there. Like as soon as we did that, we're like, I want to do that again.
Yeah.
We should do that.
Yeah, the adrenaline rush you get from it, just being on stage, and just it was a feeling that I never forgot from that first time, and as Jeff didn't either, and we kept at it.
It's kind of like riding a roller coaster, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the transplant games came up with the event, the Lyrics for Life, and that was like, okay, now we like really have to do it because this is an event. Like we can actually perform an event with our music. And so like that one, you had to write a couple songs for it. So I think I've never practiced or studied or anything that hard in my life than we did for those 2 years. Like he haunted me. You don't understand. Ryan haunted my dreams because there were days where he'd be like, coming over tonight. We got to get stuff done. And I'd be like, I mean, I didn't really, it's Friday. But
Jeff's
okay.
lazy, as he told you from the beginning.
Yeah, so like they were like,
I had to put him to work.
But then here he would come and he'd get over there, and then we'd turn around and be 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and we had already rehearsed because I can't remember anything. So like we'd rehearse.
Medication.
We'd write. Yeah, the tacrolimus is fantastic.
Memory.
And we would just study, and we wrote 3 good songs that we were very confident in. And once we did that, it was kind of after that first transplant games with the Lyrics for Life, where we were unprepared. We didn't know that you're supposed to put your songs on Spotify and all this other stuff. We just did it and we were ready to perform. And we performed, and like the outpouring of like support and like literally right after we got off stage was so cool. And like I think that was like it, wasn't it, Rye? Where we were just like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah, that was it. I mean, we started, like I said, we did it because it was a way to get what was going through our minds off our chest, and really just to like express what we were feeling, because again, only we were feeling it, and put it into song form. And then when we did that, the feeling of, you know, more people hearing it and then wanting to hear it and it helping them. And in that first games that we performed at the Lyrics for Life competition, the judges were all there, and actually it made one of the judges who wasn't an organ donor at the time become an organ donor. And that was the realization, like, listen, this is why we started to do it to begin with, because we wanted to raise awareness and have more organ donors out there so we can get that list down as small as possible, as quickly as possible, so people are finding kidneys, hearts, livers, and lungs, and all that kind of stuff. as quickly as possible. So, getting people to be on the organ donor list to help save lives was really the biggest reason we got into it. And that's when it really hit. Like, yeah, we're doing it to like get our emotions off our chest and stuff like that, but it was the greater cause is what it came down to, and that realization at that moment during those games really is what hit us the most.
Awesome, man. Jeff keeps mentioning he's a little lazy. It couldn't be from a Philly cheesesteak addiction or anything. Being that you're in Philly.
Never.
Cheesesteaks once or twice a night, sometimes like that.
Midnight snacks, you got to do something when you're awake.
I just had to throw that in because we were talking about that backstage. So.
Oh yeah,
but
without a doubt.
Man, I really love the song "Don't Give Up." I think it's amazing. And where did the inspiration come from that song? For that song,
that came from one of our friends that we made through the Transplant games. She was going through a tough time, and we had been there before. And very positive woman, very, very positive, and she inspired us to. That's what inspired us to really get that song together and have it in a way that was meaningful to us, and hopefully it was meaningful to her at the end of the day when we put it together. But it was really inspired by everything she was going through, and just saying, listen, there are tough times, but don't ever give up. Like there's always another way around it. Like keep that positive thinking, positive thought, like we do for some other songs, and always put positivity out there in the world to receive it back.
Absolutely,
100%.
It's an awesome song, man. It's got great meaning. It's got a great vibe to it. So I really enjoy it. Matter of fact, I was scrolling one day on TikTok, on the app TikTok, and I noticed people using it in the background as their music. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was different for us because we added it in as a and I wasn't really big on TikTok at that time, and I think it might have been Ryan's wife that said hey, do you know one of your songs has like 14 or 15 people are using your songs? And I went, oh really? So we checked, and I think it's up to almost 30 or 40 at this point. I was like, so it's it's a new kind of media, but I think it's just so cool that the words are doing what they're supposed to. The songs are doing what they're supposed to. It's helping people to spread awareness for whatever it is. It doesn't have to be transplantation, but it inspires hope, and that's what really everybody needs.
Oh yeah. Hope is an awesome word. It's what we got to hang on to when we're going through battling chronic illness like kidney disease, and name of the show, Hope with Jonathan. So it's the word that I hung on to, and it stuck with me, and I think it's impactful and empowering and inspirational. So we just continue to hang on to hope. We want to send a quick shout out to Midwest Kidney Warrior Shane Blanchard. He says he loves your shirt, Jeff.
Thank you. That's what we just started designing our own shirts because we love being positive. It's always been me and Ryan's mantra since we were kids. It's because we would always, because guess what? There's plenty of hard times we've had in life, and
sure,
if you decide to be negative, things are not necessarily going to get better for you. Sometimes you gotta just be positive, and be positive doesn't mean that you're happy every minute of the day. And that's not, it doesn't mean that you can't get sad, you can't get mad, you can't whatever. It's just that, look, like Ryan was saying earlier, just spread the positivity in the world and it'll come back.
Right. We also have Jared Brown from the Warriors Quest show. He popped in. Appreciate him for watching. Huge supporter of the Warriors Quest show. So shout out to Jared Brown. And my mom's popped in. Vicky Love. Appreciate you, Vicky, for showing up. I'm not used to calling you Vicky. I probably should stick with mom. She says she loves your shirt too, brother.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And Jared's saying that he listens to your music on Amazon. So
yes,
Jared's a supporter.
Thank you, Jared.
Yeah, appreciate
I think that's going to be my next question is I see you guys on social media, but where can we find you guys at on social media, and where are you streaming your music at?
Social media wise, we use Facebook for the most part. That's been the easiest way to do a lot of it. Now TikTok, We're trying that out just off of just those music things. Maybe eventually you'll see Ryan do a dance. I don't know.
You
We'll
know,
see where he's at.
I gotta get Jeff's lazy butt off the couch to start doing them too.
I can do one of these things, you know.
Off, man, that's what it is.
But our music is on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, pretty much anywhere you can find it. It is there. I think we're up
DSP for the most
to
part. There's like
how many songs are we up to now?
4, 5, 4,
5 maybe.
5. I have
I think
4. I don't
5.
remember now.
Yeah, it
We
was
got
3,
more
and then
to
we
work.
put out 3.
We switched your work. I think it's 4 or
5.
5 right now.
Yeah,
5.
so there should
Don't
be
give up, and then
5
everything immediately.
songs. And since the pandemic and all of that has kind of kept, we've had to find new ways to do things because we haven't really been close to each other. We do have a lot of new music that is on the way. We are finally working hard on it now, and I think that we'll have a bunch of new stuff out. But definitely check out our Facebook. It's just the Kidney Boyz. We try to update as much as possible with you guys. We put some quotes up there sometimes. And of course, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, I believe iHeart Music for all of our songs as they come out.
Yeah,
Our
Pandora.
YouTube as well. We have a YouTube page where we occasionally do a thing called a Kidney Cast. So it's just like a little podcast where we kind of just check in with everybody and see how we're doing. And of course, for our newest song, we just put out a music video. It was our first one ever, and it was pretty damn fun to do.
It was as you saw in the intro video here.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, that was the
Jonathan
first
had
time we
on
did
there.
that.
That was
Yeah.
our first music video right there, and it was fun.
Yeah.
It was.
For those of you that didn't see it at the beginning, I'll play it at the end of the video too, where people can catch it. This video will also be on YouTube, so anybody will be able to watch it and find you guys. But so you've already kind of mentioned some new projects, but I mean, do you guys have anything new that you want to talk about, or anything that you have coming up on the horizon that maybe going to happen in the future?
Well, I think one of the big things is obviously kind of getting into this version of podcasting, because I know we do a couple different shows. We do wrestling basically we do wrestling right now, but we want to do
wrestling for that. We have video games that we do as well through our other YouTube stuff that we do. But it's not as consistent right now.
Yeah, but we want to get into kind of like this whole thing that we see with you and Jared and Steve, and we love how you guys every week put out this weekly show and do some interviews and really help out people. So it's something that we're definitely looking to get into, especially with this app. The StreamYard app has been nothing short of amazing to help everybody kind of do this in a lot easier way. So that, and obviously we are working frivolously to get an album done. We wanted to do a whole album. We've always released a song here and a song there, but our goal is to release an actual full-length album. So that's where we're currently putting a lot of our effort.
That's where most of the efforts will hopefully go and get done. And it's just a matter of me finding time with my 4 daughters. As you know, in the background, you've seen her dancing around in the background behind me throughout the night.
Our background dancers.
Yeah,
it's been
or
it's fitting
eating
in the day.
cheesesteaks at midnight.
Yeah, I gotta stop that.
But I think what you guys are doing is impactful, and I really appreciate you guys for what you're doing in the kidney community. And guys, as the word of your song, don't give up. You guys keep going. You guys are reaching people, you're encouraging people, and I think it's amazing, man. Both of your stories are amazing, and really appreciate you sharing it here on Hope with Jonathan. Before we close out the show, I always give people an opportunity to share a message of hope with people out there. Maybe they've been newly diagnosed, or maybe they're waiting on that transplant list. So if either one of you have any words of hope that you could maybe give some patients out there.
Sure. I just feel look, I trust you. The diagnosis will always be scarier. It's the scariest part is the diagnosis, because you don't know, and that. So trust me, you're allowed to be scared. You're allowed to have fear in the beginning. Trust me, it's going to happen. It's not wrong of you to have that kind of a feeling. But just know, look, it's going to be a little bit of a tough road. And as it says, don't give up. There's going to be a tough road, but promise at the end of that road, when you receive that gift of life, you're going to appreciate it more than you imagined. And when you realize how good you feel, that when you get that gift of life, that you're going to understand that, look, it was worth it. It was worth the tough times to get to where I'm at now, so you can enjoy all the good times that come with that.
Yep, it's an overwhelming feeling to experience rejection, but if you don't give up and think positive, then you're always be thinking of something better and just being ready to go. So I know, technically I named all 4 of our songs in one sentence right there, but I mean, they all connect together because that's how the songs came together to begin with, is through rejection and the overwhelming feeling that you felt going through all of that, but the positive thing that we made sure we put into our minds to come out of rejection on the opposite side by not giving up. And that's what it comes down to.
Yep.
Awesome.
100%.
Awesome, guys. Well, again, guys, really appreciate you coming on, doing the show with Hope with Jonathan. And we're going to go ahead. Yeah, I really appreciate it, guys. I'm going to let you guys go, and y'all take care. Really appreciate it again. And appreciate you guys. And we'll be looking for you guys out there on the interwebs.
Yes.
And see what you guys come out with next. But you guys are doing something impactful, and I really appreciate it, guys. And
thank you.
Appreciate you doing the show.
Appreciate it.
Y'all
we
take
appreciate
care.
it, man. We really do. Thank you so much.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Safe.
So again, guys, that was the Kidney Boyz. We really appreciate them coming on the show tonight, sharing their warrior story with us. As you can see, the passion that these two individuals have for spreading awareness and hope and inspiring others. At this point in time, guys, in the show, I'd like to share at the beginning of the show, I normally share the word of the week. It's something new that we're introducing. So we started with the word hope last week, but I'm going to take another letter from the word hope. So last week was hope. We started with the letter H. This week, guys, we're going to do the letter O. And the letter O, we're going to use the word opportunity. So, guys, if you get the chance to share your story, take that opportunity to share your story, because there's power in sharing your story. Okay, guys. So the word of the week this week is opportunity. So any opportunity that you have to share your story, you never know who you may encourage to possibly become a donor, and by just by sharing your story. So any opportunity that you may see come across, guys, it's definitely worth it to go ahead, take that opportunity, share your story. But hey, guys, again, we really appreciate you guys for watching Hope with Jonathan. Appreciate everyone for subscribing to our YouTube channel. Appreciate everyone for watching the show and sharing the show. God bless you guys. Stay safe out there. Remember to be nice and love on everyone. It's free. And take care of your kidneys. God bless.